So youth often complain of not having a say in society. As young people yourselves, how do you feel you're capable of bringing about change?
Well, we're the future leaders. Like, it's up to us to educate ourselves about the world's problems, because we're the ones who are going to be running our countries in a couple of years. Like,
as young people, though, I think we're almost just as powerful as people who are older than us. I mean, we don't have a say in terms of like a vote, but we can do things
and
like
we can influence the vote.
We can volunteer and convince other people to vote. Yeah. Right? We have just as much power to talk.
And I think it's in our responsibility too.
Yeah, of course. To be well educated so that when we can make changes ourselves.
Okay.
We can do them responsibly.
So next, 40 million people have died of AIDS in the last 20 years alone, and more people continue to die of AIDS in low-income countries. What do you feel can be done to stop this?
Education.
Yeah, I think that's where you have to cut the circle. Like,
that's the number one thing that we can be doing.
Yeah.
Like what sort of education?
Like sexual education.
Yeah.
Like how to protect yourself, how to get out of unsafe situations.
Mm-hmm. And beyond that, more funding from countries like Canada.
So they have the resources to protect themselves even when they want to.
Do you feel we have enough funding as it is, or do we need more?
Well, if 40 million people are dying of AIDS every year, we need more.
Obviously, it's not enough.
Okay. So to move on to the environment now. In media, we're constantly bombarded by images of CO2 production, of global warming, climate change, and this has created the image that somehow our generation has the mandate to preserve the environment, and that it rests on ultimately our shoulders. How does this make you feel?
Well, it's a huge responsibility, but we don't really have a choice about it. Like, it's our world and the world we're going to be growing up in, and we've created a situation for ourselves, or the generation before us did.
Yeah, if we want there to be generations after us,
it's on our shoulders.
It's our job. There's no one else who can or will do it.
Yeah, and it's a burden, but it's necessary.
Do you think it's fair that you're forced to clean up a problem that you didn't start yourself?
Not necessarily fair, but who cares if it's fair when it's a matter of there's a world or there's no world?
And that's how progress
fair
is created.
Is kind of like
people solving other people's problems. Like, if you only clean up your mess, then we're not going to go very far.
And honestly, we're probably creating some mess for the next generation. So fair isn't really.
Okay. So lastly, if you look around, we find that we're living in an economic recession that's second only to the Great Depression. And as we speak, millions of jobs are being lost throughout the world, global corporations are sinking, and many major economies are declining. And experts say that these effects will continue to be felt in our own lifetime and when we become of age to get jobs and pursue careers. So, with all this in mind, do you ever find yourselves looking with perhaps fear or uncertainty at the future?
Oh yeah, especially when you come to think of it like, do I want kids or not? Do I want to bring kids into this world?
And
it's scary.
Also just in choosing a career, like, is this a sound place to go? It's what I love, but will I survive if I do that? Should I just follow something else?
It's like, do you go to a career that you know you're going to have like financial security, or do you follow your passion? Like, if they're not the same thing, it's definitely a dilemma.
All right, guys. Thanks a lot.